Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is Roches Marbella's great honor to welcome you, parents, family, friends, and faculty of our graduates to this prestigious event. I would like to inform you that today's event will be streaming live on the Roches Marbella website, so we know that all parents and friends around the world that are not able to be here today are accompanying us in this joyous occasion. The graduation ceremony today will be presided by Mr. Carlos Diez de la Lastra, our CEO and General Director of Roches Marbella, and Ms. Maria José Aparicio, Academic Director of Roches Marbella. It's our great pleasure as well today to have with us Ms. Sara González, General Manager of the Vinci Selección Alesa Hotel, Boutique and Spa in Benalmádena. We are honored to have her with us as well because she is a Roches Marbella alumni. In today's ceremony, you will witness the presentation of awards to our 29th class of Bachelor of Business Administration in International Hotel Management. Today's Master of Ceremonies is our Peruvian Spanish graduate, Ms. Maite Pereira, who will be guiding you throughout the ceremony. At the conclusion of this act, you're all cordially invited to a cocktail that has been prepared by our first-year students together with the food and beverage staff. One of Roches Marbella's unique values is, without a doubt, its multicultural richness and international environment. During 2018, we have had over 80 different nationalities in our campus. This year's graduates come from over 28 countries: Albania, Azerbaijan, Belgium, Brazil, Cameroon, Canada, China, Colombia, Egypt, France, Germany, India, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Mexico, Netherlands, Pakistan, Portugal, Russian Federation, Slovakia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United States. Ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, could I please ask you to stand and welcome the 2018 Roches Marbella graduates, followed by our distinguished faculty and honored guests.
Good morning and welcome to everyone. My name is Maite Pereira and I have the honor to be the Master of Ceremony in such a special occasion. Dear students, faculty, authorities, ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. The closing ceremony is now in session. Welcome to the 51st closing ceremony of Roches Marbella. I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Carlos Díaz de la Lastra, General Manager of Roches Marbella Global Hospitality Education. Bienvenidos a la 51ª ceremonia de clausura de Roches Marbella. Tiene la palabra don Carlos Díaz de la Lastra, Director General de Roches Marbella Global Hospitality Education.
Thank you very much, Ms. Maite Pereira, for your introduction. Thank you to all students and all family, teachers, and community leaders that are assembled here today to share this special day with us. Special thank you to Ms. Sara Gonzalez for accepting to be part of our academic ceremony. For us, it's a double special honor to have the presence of Sara as an honorary speaker. One of the reasons is her impressive career and professional success with her youth. I assure you that it's not easy to be recognized in three categories: Best Hotel, Luxury Hotel, and Five-Star hotels in Spain, in Trivago and TripAdvisors. And it's been every year for the last 5 years is something really extraordinary. If it has merit to achieve excellence, it still has more merit to maintain it. I hope, dear students, that after your training in Roches, that will be your aspiration too. The second reason, an important reason for us, is that Sara is an alumni of our school, and every success she gets is a source of pride for us. Today is a special day of recognition and a special day to celebrate. But more importantly, it's also a day to look back and recognize the effort of all those who have helped you to be here today. First of all, your parents and relatives, that if you have not already understood, you will understand that is the pillar that always, in one way or another, will be supporting you throughout your entire life. In the second place, to all those people who have been important in your experience and decisions, partners, friends, teachers, allow me to dedicate a brief but sincere thanks to all the teachers who have helped you during your training in Roches. I assure you that in my 20 years working in education, I have never seen the level of commitment, love, and vocation as they show every day. Really, thank you. And in the last place, it is a moment also to recognize yourself the first day that you arrive at Roches. I hope you feel that you have grown professionally and personally. And above that, you have the passion and capacity to make your life a life full of special moments for you and for all the people around of you. You have chosen a profession and a school that I am totally convinced that will help you for your entire life. The difference between doing a good job and a bad job in our industry means contributing more or less experience of happiness and satisfaction for people. Allow me to dedicate to, such a special day for all, a moment of remembrance and applause for Angel Gonzalez, a student who unfortunately passed away this year and to whom we have him and his family in our memory and hearts today. Now, some of you are beginning your career in the hospitality industry. Others of you will be facing a new professional challenge. I'm sure you will get rewards and will suffer disappointments. But please, always, always face the dilemma in your life by keeping faithful to your values. Please, be courageous, because the world only progresses with courage. Be constant, because only your constancy will give you control of your future. But also, do not forget to be humble, because only humility will help you to respect yourself and respect others. From today, you have become members for life of the Roches Alumni Association. Over 11,000 professional managers in nearly 100 countries. These are not just numbers. There are a multitude of experience and opportunities that will support you, and you support them throughout your professional life. Dear students, we have a great responsibility, making a positive difference in communities around the world. That is your responsibility now. When our students succeed, communities prosper, and societies benefit. Students, now young professionals, this is your time. The world is waiting to offer you a great opportunities and experience. Good luck, and again, congratulations.
I have the pleasure of introducing Ms. María José Aparicio, Academic Director of Roches Marbella Global Hospitality Education. Tiene la palabra doña María José Aparicio, Directora Académica de Roches Marbella Global Hospitality Education.
Thank you, Maite. Good morning, Mr. Díaz de la Lastra, distinguished guests, families, friends, faculty, and staff of Roches Marbella, graduate students. My most important duty in this special day is to offer a welcome to our guests, family members, graduating students, and colleagues. As Academic Director of Roches Marbella, it gives me a great honor to welcome you all to the closing ceremony. And I would like to wish our graduates every success in their future career. Congratulations. Most of you just wanted to finish your exam and start with your careers. But this strange day, you are sad, you are happy, the student life has finished, and now, are we prepared? Well, let me assure you, you are prepared, and I'm going to explain you why. Well, Roches is a university which truly leads and innovates in the fields of hospitality and has had a major role in preparing a student in the road ahead. Our mission, as you know, because I've been repeating to you every semester in the induction, is provide you with the highest quality education for your personal, intellectual, and professional development in order that in the future, you become the leaders for the hospitality industry. During your stay in Marbella, you have learned the knowledge and skill for the pillars of the hospitality industry, Department of Food and Beverage and Room Division. You have a major in hospitality, but you are going to have a bachelor in business administration. You have learned about marketing, finance, human resources. You have received more than a series of knowledge and skills. You have learned how to develop your critical thinking. You have learned how to look for information and how to validate it. But you have learned something more important, the values of the industry, teamwork, service attitude, and respect for the multiculturalism. But what you have learned in Roches means something more. It's much about a personal transformation. As you sit in front of me, waiting for receive your credential, I encourage you to think, to reflect for a second in how much you have changed and grown during your stay in Marbella. We celebrate today all that you have done and become, and all that you are going to be getting in your future position in the hospitality industry. But what you achieve here, you have not achieved alone. You have learned and received mentoring, help, support for many quarters, which all are represented here today. First, you are sitting shoulder to shoulder with your classmates. Think about how much you learn from them in a study group, in project, well, or outside the school. Each of you had been supported with no doubt for your families and your friends, and for your faculty members too. Sure, you are never gonna forget them. You have been more than a student for us. You are the spirit of Roches. And Roches is more than an educational institution. It's a way of thinking, a way of behaving, and a way to understand the hospitality industry. Today, more than ever, you almost graduated, you are the spirit of Roches. And from today on, you will be the ambassadors in the industry. Our industry, more than others, is an industry from people to people. Colleagues, subordinates, clients, please keep in mind every single minute of your future career that every time that you implement a new plan, a new product, and opening a hotel, this is going to be done for people. And the plans work really good on paper, but can be a problem if you have a bad communication plan or a lack of motivation in your subordinates or colleagues. Today's professionals need to combine a sense of entrepreneurship and awareness of the social and environmental responsibilities, at the same time of the ability to understand and appreciate cultures different their own. Well, I'm proud to tell you that you have received the best education and training that the industry requires. For that reason, for sure, after some years' experience, you become the leader of the 21st century. If you ask me how is going to be your work in the future, with no doubt I will say, well, as future managers, director, you need to be a conductor, an orchestra conductor. Years ago, I participated in a conference with Mr. Marcos Quinto. At that time, he was president of Coca-Cola Spain. And it was a conference about leaders in challenges time. And he was agreeing with me. I mean, he was saying that, yes, leaders in challenges time have to be orchestra conductor. But keep in mind that in challenging time, in crisis time, orchestras not only play classical music, sometimes they need to play jazz. And to play jazz, you have to be creative, flexible, innovative, and sometimes you have to improvise. Well, my last two words. Good luck. Good luck for your personal and professional future. I hope your profession made you happy, and please keep in touch to us through the Alumni Association. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. José Manuel Soler, Director of Operations and Student Services of Le Roches Marbella Global Hospitality Education. Tiene la palabra don José Manuel Soler, Director de Operaciones y Servicios de Atención al Estudiante de Le Roches Marbella Global Hospitality Education.
Thank you very much, Maite. And for now, you're doing very good. You were actually a bit nervous before, weren't you? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning. And BBA graduates, one last time for Mr. Gibet's team. Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
I think that will remain for some time. They say that it seems impossible until it's done. But the problem is, it's not yet done. Actually, it's just the beginning for you. But what a beginning you've had. A beginning that we hope we have given you a solid foundation for your career in this passionate industry. On behalf of all the people that have in some way contributed to your person today, thank you for your support, patience, attitude, and simple presence for your time with us. Thanks to you, Le Roches Marbella is improving its quality year by year. And thanks to our students and alumni, we are among the best hospitality schools in the world. Please don't forget that hospitality is about making someone else happy. Today's closing ceremony is without a doubt a celebration, as it is a special day of recognition to you, our students, amongst family and friends. And we would like to take today's joyous occasion to recognize people that have made outstanding and significant contributions to our community and to the industry through the Le Roches Marbella Awards. The first award is the Mentor Award. Today we are also celebrating all the staff and faculty that have accompanied you throughout your times at Le Roches Marbella. Today is a very motivating and satisfying day for all of us because your achievement is also the result of our dedication to you. By celebrating staff and faculty, we are delighted to present the Mentor Award. The Mentor Award in this occasion today recognizes someone who has had a significant impact on the lives of current and past students and staff and faculty of the Le Roches Marbella community. With a vast curriculum of training, education, and work experience, I can only highlight a few due to the time restriction. The recipient today has a master's degree in psychology, a postgraduate degree in human resources, and she is a specialist in human resources management for small and medium enterprises, and her work has mainly been related to developing innovation projects within education and healthcare, aside from her work in people well-being and health, which I guess can speak a lot about her personality. Considered by fellow colleagues, she is a perfectionist and very methodic in her teaching. She is very well valued by her students, and she's not only a great teacher, but also a great person that knows how to listen, understand, and be empathetic towards others. She often goes the extra mile in helping students shape their personal and professional life. She has been working with Le Roches for almost 6 years now and has been an outstanding faculty member and also a key person in developing important and relevant projects for Le Roches Marbella, as the B2B project with the Iberostar Group, but most notably, the development of our digitality projects, blended learning, and online internship course within our teaching methods. Her strength has inspired many of us, as she has recently completed her first, but not last, marathon. And she is a full-time fantastic mother of 2 or sometimes 5 children. Ms. Maria Jose Aparicio will give this award today to Ms. Ainhoa Otamendi. Congratulations, Ms. Otamendi. As a Le Roches Marbella alumni myself, I am very proud to deliver the next award, which is the Way of Life Award. Le Roches Marbella is not just a school, it's a way of life, a spirit that animates daily your life in Marbella, the spirit of teamwork, the spirit of solidarity, and the spirit of service. The following award recognizes students who have portrayed the essential values of our school through the spirit and soul that drives our actions in terms of teamwork, the individual commitment to group efforts through solidarity, the delivery of service with passion and excellence. Mr. Hassan Jibet will deliver this award to someone that embodies to perfection these values. The recipient of this award has been an important person in our community and played an important role in the continuous improvement of our quality in education. Achieving the Eta Sigma Delta recognition, he has demonstrated his determination in working towards excellence, and we encourage him to continue portraying the values of excellence, leadership, creativity, service, and ethics in the light of inspiring future generations in hospitality, and may his achievement today serve as an inspiration for future generations of Le Roches Marbella students. A Le Roches Marbella ambassador since the very beginning, close people to him describe him as smart, intelligent person, natural in his ways, and committed from the very first day he joined us in October, some 3 years ago. He has portrayed the values of our school to its fullest, and by doing so has impacted the lives of many of our current students. He positively impacts all that are fortunate to meet him and know him, and he is much humble as he is professional. From monitoring our summer programs, students, to orchestrating a very own mannequin challenge, we are proud to give the Le Roches Marbella Life Award to a person that is loved by all, Mr. Hamza Rashid. As Hamza was just mentioning, don't worry, you'll be able to hear from him as he's going to be delivering the speech later on. So those are the awards that we've been given today, and now it is our pleasure of introducing Ms. Sara Gonzalez, Le Roches Marbella alumni, and currently the General Manager, Vinci Selección Aleisa, who will deliver today's opening speech. As Mr. Diaz de la Lastra mentioned before, we are very proud to have Sara with us today, not only for the achievements she's obtained in her professional career, but also demonstrating and being an inspiring alumni success story. Since she graduated from Le Roche in 2007, she has taken on the challenge of leading the Hotel Vinci Selección Aleisa to being, according to TripAdvisor, amongst other recognitions, the second best hotel in Spain 2017, the best luxury hotel in Spain in 2013, 2014, and 2015, and the best hotel in Spain in 2015. As well, according to Trivago, the best hotel in Spain 2015 and 2016, the best beach hotel in Spain in 2016, and recently, the #1 best five-star hotel in Spain 2017 and 2018. It's a real pleasure to have you with us. Please welcome Ms. Sara Gonzalez.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Diaz de la Lastra, Mrs. Aparicio, the teachers, and other team members of Le Roche, the families, and last but not least, the students, those of you who are graduating today. It is a great honor for me to be here with you today, as you are the future of this exciting industry. Thank you very much for inviting me and for allowing me to be a part of this memorable day. Please excuse my English, which is not as good as you deserve, but I hope my speech is clear enough for you all to understand. Wow, I'm especially excited to be here and can fully identify with you because today, 11 years ago, I was sitting there just where you are right now. I remember that I was pleased with everything that the Le Roche had given me. I was very excited about the future I was about to embark on. but I don't think I was fully aware of how privileged I was for having received such excellent training. I'm so glad also to be able to see my teachers again. Some of you now have some more gray hairs on your head, a sign of wisdom. I have very fond memories of you all, from the most patient, who allowed us to grow in our learning at our own pace, to the most demanding, who sought the best of each of us and showed how far we were actually capable of going. You have acquired the knowledge, skills, and the right attitude to be excellent professionals. The teachers here have taught you values such as work, effort, and success. But I'm sure one of the things that you have also learned at Le Roche is the importance of people. And that to be a good manager, we need to be good people above anything else. We lead as we are, so our human quality is vital. Congratulations to all of you. Today you are graduating from one of the finest universities in the world. You must be very proud to have reached the end of this chapter. Now you will start a new and amazing chapter, and from a privileged position. As Spider-Man says, great power involves great responsibility. Now it's your turn to give back what you have received. Congratulations to the family. You are graduating today as well, and of course with the highest mark. You are the real architects of those here today. You believe in them and help them choose the best place for their training. I can imagine your effort and support. I'm sure these guys won't let you down. Felicidades también a las familias. Os graduáis hoy y, por supuesto, con la nota máxima. Sois los verdaderos artífices de que ellos estén hoy aquí. Estoy segura que los habéis apoyado y animado en toda esta carrera y que ellos no os van a defraudar. Well, taking the opportunity of the honor for a former student to give the opening speech, I would like to convey the 4 learnings that I have acquired since I was sitting there just like you. Number 1, you can do something big even if you are small. It takes vision, effort, and passion. My father was very poor. He studied hotel management during the day while working in a textile factory at night. He began as a waiter, then receptionist. He worked really hard, and 15 years ago, his dream came true. He built a well-running 3-star hotel with 17 rooms. Shortly after, this hotel earned the 4-star, and a few years later, he decided to expand it and change it into a 5-star hotel with 37 rooms. People used to say, "Are you mad? If it works, why change it?" So, when we opened the Aleisa Hotel in Benalmádena in 2011, in the middle of the crisis, people once again said we were crazy for even thinking about opening a 5-star hotel in Benalmádena, as there was nothing of luxury in the area. But it was our city, and we wanted to try to improve it. Crazy as we were, I decided that we would manage the hotel ourselves, although with some commercial support of a hotel chain. But unfortunately, most of the major hotel chains would not entertain the idea. And those that listened to me initially were not that interested in analyzing our project. The very few that got this far felt that the numbers didn't add up. Finally, we were lucky enough that Vinci were expanding, and they thought we were nice people. When I presented the first annual budget to Vinci in Madrid, they refused to sign it. They said I was out of my mind. And yes, okay, we were a little on the crazy side. But we thought, as Carlo Dossi, Italian writer, said, madmen open the paths which are later traveled by the wise. So, contrary to all expectations, we tripled our turnover that year and obtained an extraordinary profit. It turns out that our hotel has the highest GOP per room in the Vinci chain. We have the largest global review index of all hotels in Spain. As Mr. Díez de la Lastra and Mr. Soler told you, we had many awards in these past years. What is amazing about all of this is that we never sought any of these awards, let alone pay for them. Our facilities are nothing out of the ordinary. Our location, although good for being on the seafront, is not that of a luxury destination. Our prices are high, and we make mistakes, of course, many mistakes every day. So, what makes us different? Well, the best value any company, and especially an hotel, can have. A team of people that put its heart and soul into obtaining excellence. I'm sure that Le Roche has impressed that on you every day. The awards have placed the hotel in a good position, generating business, attracting and motivating good staff. Some chains have contacted us, those who didn't want to have anything to do with us at the beginning. Vinci is proud of us, and we are proud they have had the confidence in our project. I personally have been able to meet amazing people and enjoy wonderful experiences. I have been able to explain what we do in different places, be a teacher at the university, and maybe it helped me be here with you today. They are things I never imagined I've lived when I was sitting where you are now. We must believe in what we do and do things with effort, passion, and excitement. As Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. Number 2, attitude makes the difference. Do you know what is the difference between the great and the mediocre? The difference is not basically in knowledge or skills, but attitude. We value what we convey, trust, passion, empathy, and our team and our guests really appreciate us because of our way of being. That's why there are ordinary people who do extraordinary things and brilliant people who waste their potential with mediocre attitudes. Do you know that 98% of people's concerns are things that will never happen? And do you know how NASA chooses who sent into space? They conduct several tests to check candidate levels of optimism and only send the positive one. Can you imagine going into the space with a negative person? Imagine there is a problem and he's out of there saying, we're going to crash, we'll never make it out of here. Well, what does our attitude depend on? On ourselves and our ability to find resources to encourage ourselves. It is our responsibility to choose an approach that brings us closer to the greatness than to the mediocrity. So, from among the things you close to put on the morning, don't forget to grab a good attitude. Number 3. Leadership is to be at the service of people. In hotel management, we have to be at the service of people and not think that it's the people who are at our service. You have to adapt to the team and not the team to you. The person must be the centerpiece. Money doesn't come first. We must listen a lot and talk through our actions. If you make mistakes, admit them. I make mistakes all the time, of course. Showing our vulnerability builds trust. Express your emotions to the team and always tell the truth. I'm sure they will understand. Each hotel has a soul, and what the director transmits to the team. Teams are usually a reflection of their leader, and the energy you express will be the same as that of the team. Choose your employees well, and more importantly, choose your bosses well. There are times when the wrong path takes you to the right place, but what is important in life is that you are coherent. Be yourselves and find your place. We each have a talent, personality, and a style that best connects with the company or another. It is an act of responsibility and honesty that you do not betray your potential or waste it in the wrong place. In my experience, most of the people you will meet are very worthwhile. You have to find the Achilles heel and the levers that move each employee. Each person is different. This requires time and affection. If you find that the person is not worth it, you should let them go as soon as possible. If it is not possible, then you need to neutralize them within the team. You have to know how to work as a team, but also how to be alone. You have to learn to listen to yourselves and make decisions from the solitude of a leader. And number 4, you have to know what is urgent and what is important. You have chosen a wonderful profession where you will host the happiness of your guests, travel and learn about different and exciting culture. Not to mention meeting fantastic people along the way. It is also likely that you will have to live away from your family and your partner and children. Holidays will probably coincide with your most intense period of work. It may seem that family and friends can wait because they will always be there, and work might always seem to be the most critical and pressing issue. But parents get older, your partner needs you, and children grow up very fast. You must cherish the love for your family and friends every single day. Don't leave it for tomorrow. And if you simply don't have time to share with them, then at least make sure that the time you spend with them is of the highest quality. And finally, I have high hope for your future. Let me say this in Spanish. Obviously, I feel more comfortable. Bueno, para terminar, mis deseos para vosotros en español. Os deseo que os caigáis, porque solo cuando uno se cae realmente es capaz de aprender a volver a levantarse, aprender a pedir ayuda y saber valorar lo que cada uno tiene. Eso sí, espero que la caída no sea muy dura. Os deseo que vuestras empresas sean lo suficientemente exitosas, tanto en lo profesional como en lo humano. Os deseo que tengáis mucha competencia de empresas, de amigos, de compañeros, o al menos la suficiente, para no parar de compararse y no dejar de luchar y de ser cada vez mejores. Os deseo que ganéis dinero, mucho dinero. Y estoy segura de que, como en Le Roches os han enseñado, lo haréis de una manera ética, medioambientalmente coherente y socialmente responsable. Os deseo que no os obsesionéis buscando la plena felicidad, ni soñéis con proyectos excesivamente ambiciosos. Yo nunca lo he sido. Siempre he pensado que te puedes perder una parte de tu vida en esa lucha y que la mayor satisfacción está en ponerle una enorme ilusión y pasión a trabajar con excelencia los pequeños retos que nos marcamos en el día a día y en saber generar entusiasmo y bienestar en las personas con las que compartimos nuestra vida. Los próximos años os van a pasar muy rápido, así que dotadlos de un contenido de calidad. Como dijo Abraham Lincoln, al final lo importante no son los años de vida, sino la vida de los años. Os deseo a todos el mayor éxito y que cualquier cosa que elijáis hacer en la vida, sea lo que sea, donde sea y con quien sea, sea porque realmente os lleve a sentiros bien con vosotros mismos. I bid you farewell by thanking you for allowing me to be part of this day and hoping that our paths will one day cross thanks to this exciting profession. Thank you very much and enjoy your big day.
We will now begin the presentation of awards to the Roches Marbella 29th class of Bachelor in Business Administration in International Hotel Management, whose closing ceremony we are celebrating today. Ahora tendrá lugar el acto de entrega de credenciales a las alumnas de la 29ª promoción con título universitario en Administración Hotelera, cuya ceremonia de clausura hoy celebramos. Joan Albert Arqués Farrás. Georgina Barba Castillo. Alex Keller. Artyom Kashayev. Jacob Lachman. Carla Abel López Santana. Carini. Sergey Madrazo Torres. Juan Antonio Menedelo Torres. Philippe Moignar. Juan Moncada Medina. You did it, Juanito. Sofía Nagimova. Loreto Sánchez Pastrana. I will now be calling the students graduating with merits. Sadia Afrin. Javier Alastoy Blanes. Teresa Alba Vázquez. Ledia Aliu. Haitham Al-Namat. Beatriz Araujo López Xavier de Sousa. Hugo Balestrazzi. Martina Bejulova. Filipo Gustavo Caicaño. João Paulo Chipenda Martins. Diogo Costa Enríquez de Albuquerque Cortereal. Alexandra Catherine Danilenko. Silvia Cristina de Almeida Carneiro. Alexandra Dolgopolova. Celia Esteban Arroyo. Tatiana Mejía Hernández. Tayeb Nasrawi. Suleiman Rahimov. Daria Ryabova. Julia Aymara Sanz Pérez. Amir Tashbaev. Now we'll be calling those students graduating with distinction. Elena Braunschweig Leote. Marta Irene Zavala Sole. Now, graduating with honors and distinction, Shazad Bathena. Graduating with honors and merit, Isabela Maria Michalsikova. Graduating with honors and distinction, Hamza Faisal Rashid. Graduating with honors and merit, Isara Kedlin Ugarte Alegrado. Congratulations, guys.
Could all graduating BBA students please stand up? Please take your tassel from the left side to the right. Left side to the right. You are now officially graduated. Congratulations.
Guys, it's not over yet. I now have the pleasure of introducing you to Ms. Paola Marcón de Soñate and Mr. Hamza Faisal Rashid, who will speak on behalf of the BBA students. Tienen la palabra en nombre de los alumnos del BBA, mis compañeros doña Paola Marcón de Soñate y don Hamza Faisal Rashid.
Vale, where's the speech? No, go change speech.
What's on
The new one. Mr. Soler.
Ah.
We're just having some technical difficulty. Just 1 second, please.
Wait, which one is it? Yes, the graduation speech. Is it here? Oh, here, no. Too cute? Ah, yes. Wait, this one's mine.
Vale. We need to, for a second, you know? We need to breathe for a second. But I just want to quickly say thank you for choosing me for do the speech. I have my classmate Paula with me over here today. We had to keep it gender neutral as it's 2018, so we had to have a woman with me right here. Dear Les Roches family, we didn't want to categorize the students, the staff, the teacher, receptionist, housekeeping, maintenance, and every working unit in the school separately. You all belong to the same category, the Les Roches family. We don't discriminate, but we appreciate. Wow, let's just take a moment, right? Let's just take a moment. We finally made it. This is our moment. Ever since we stepped into this school, we thought about this day and how countless hours of studying, sleepless nights, unforgettable moments, crazy parties, and we're finally here. The hospitality industry, get ready. Roches Marbella, BBA class of 2018 is entering the workforce.
First of all, I must apologize because I've never been so nervous in my life. We had last-minute changes in the speech. We wanted to keep it PG-13, but I still hope you enjoy it. The experience at Les Roches is similar to being on a roller coaster. We have our ups, we have our downs, and like any other roller coaster, you have the moments of the next day headache. In our case, this was most likely the fault of that one friend who insisted on, just one drink, Tio, one drink and we go study. Anyways, let's just quickly review the semesters we've had here. We have tried to come up with a title for each semester. Let's begin. BBA 1. Project X. Here is the moment where everyone is completely new. This is where you learn to be open-minded and get along with everyone that you meet, work, and interact with. People from different cultures, colors, religion, and languages.
For example, I'm brown.
I'm white.
I am Muslim.
I am Catholic.
I like women.
Wait, I like women too.
I guess we're not that different after all, you know?
I guess we're not. Anyways, you meet your first friends, your first roommates, or your one and only true love. I think it all started the first day in the auditorium when Mr. Soler said our future spouse will probably be in the same room. Oh boy, after that, you could feel the hormones. It was like Tinder in real life.
But even having those distractions, we had this determination in the first semester. Man, I'm never gonna miss a class. I'm never gonna be absent. I'm gonna get Eta Sigma Delta. And then the next weekend happened, and you're just praying for a 6 because you're already with 50 absences already. But do you remember our first roll call? You walked into Marche kitchen, and you see this bald man, super strict, with this tough posture, walking around with this look that not only was he looking at your outfit, but he was looking at your soul. And we were given this one simple task, to say good morning with complete synchronization. But little did he know that physically, we were all capable to say it, but only 20% were aware of what they were saying because of the party last night.
And for the ladies, the daily struggle of trying to make their skirts go as down as they possibly could to make the credit card size, or wait, was it an iPad size? But now, looking back at that moment in roll call, would you have ever imagined that a teacher as tough as Mr. Gibbet would be crying with us in our last roll call? Mr. Gibbet, you truly became our best friend, mentor, and father away from home during our first semesters.
Mr. Gibbet! He needs to be in our hearts. That's it. That's all that matters. Where were we? Here. But when we arrived to the university, we thought that we would have such tough classes. And then we had our first BBA 1 class, where we had to study fractions and decimals. Till this day, we don't know if that class was actually a real class or was it just a joke. Some of us didn't laugh at the end, though, because we ended up failing that class. And then you used to talk to your friends back home. Some of them were doing medicine, and they were changing lives. Some of them were studying robotic engineering, making robots and helping people. And they used to ask you, well, what can you do? And what are you learning? Oh, I can make animals out of napkins.
But also, at least we could tell our friends we had learned to be very positive individuals and had officially taken the word no out of our vocabulary. Remember? Yes or yes? Or should I say, okay, okay? But let's be real, none of them experience what it's like to have early morning duties and adult responsibilities from day one. And let's face it, taking out the garbage with someone for the first time is a life-changing experience. Thank you for the ice-cold bucket of humbleness. This part I was not supposed to say, but I'll make it so you guys understand. I think the most adrenaline we ever felt in our lives was when we were outside of Small World, in that area, you know where the cars park, and we would see these blue lights coming from very far away. And I swear to you, I felt like we were all sprinting for our lives in a marathon, and I had never seen some people run till that day. In the end, we all learned what people really meant when they said, work hard, play hard. I swear, I met people that could go to work every day and still manage to go to the place, Mavericks, Mojo, or whatever you want to call it, and still be up the next day.
Sorry, we're still figuring out our papers a little, yeah. Yeah. Vale, you use that? Vale, now we move on quickly to BBA 2, which is the Master Chef semester, and clearly everyone's favorite semester. This is because the amount of food we ate. And there's a reason why everyone was so chill in BBA 2, because we used to eat our problems away. There were some people in BBA 2 that were skinny and who could never gain weight, but gained weight in BBA 2. Ironically, the same semester we had nutrition class, where we needed to understand how people would need to eat in order to lose weight. Maybe we understood the concept, but we never applied it in our lives, because there's still some people who are trying to lose the weight from BBA 2. And trust me, BBA 2 was not a great summer for Instagram.
It was not only about big quantities, but it was also better quality, as we had just opened one and bistro outlet. We were the first batch to use the One Kitchen and the new Bistro Kitchen. Although we had more food outlets than ever, we were still the biggest kitchen semester ever. A kitchen designed for 4 chefs had a group of 14 chefs. Well, I guess that was less work for us. Sometimes it started to look like an assembly line, even for a simple burger. One puts the tomato, one puts the lettuce, one puts the bread. But let's talk about teamwork.
The kitchen semester was also unique because of the chefs we had. With Mr. Burton, it felt like we were in Hell's Kitchen, but without any lights and camera. And while Mr. Burton thought he was Gordon Ramsay, all he managed to teach us is easy 5-minute salads. Yeah. Moving on to Chef Petrucco. He was probably the only sane chef in the kitchen, which is quite surprising because he had to work with Mr. Burton.
And lastly, Fernandez. This one is probably remembered the most by the ladies. He was considered the ultimate bachelor in school.
And then we had our internship, And then we felt that we were ready for this world. We could take on any challenge. And some of us naively had expectations that we were going to be GMs in our first internship. But then reality hit us the same way as you would get hit by a Latina mom with her chancleta.
Reality is that Le Roche gave us a taste of the real world. But the real world is way more challenging than we had ever imagined. In the end, most of us, thankfully, survived. But also, this internship was a great and unique opportunity to go and experience new places we had never imagined before. Then, BBA 4, the toughest semester ever. We're just arriving from our first internship. Everyone is excited to see their friends, their lovers. Everyone is curious to know how the other internships had gone. And man, did they thought they had changed. They believed they were more mature until the first Friday night came. Everyone showed their true colors and how mature they really were.
Apparently, BBA4 was going to be the toughest semester in Roches Marbella. Everyone kept saying, after this semester, life is going to be so easy and so relaxed.
Lies.
But man, in BBA4, Roches Marbella started taking us very seriously as well. The men were finally allowed to keep their beards.
Even some women took this personally and stopped shaving. Anyways, let's proceed with highlights of BBA 4.
Mandarin was a new language that was added in that school year. But quite often, it was mistaken by facilities by Mr. Ojeda, as it sounded like he was speaking Mandarin and teaching us how to do Tai Chi. Can we please turn on the HVAC? It's kind of hot right now. We were already confused by facilities, but then Mr. Zaya, you just took it to a whole another level. With Mr. Zaya, I didn't know my head could be represented in so many shapes, animals, and fruits. Sometimes in his class, I wish that there were subtitles in real life.
I used to hear it was possible to change the world for a better place when people get together to fight for a common cause. Well, I started to truly believe that after we all got together and really fought to make a change with our accounting teacher, who I won't say a name, who truly made a better place to follow the following semesters after he left. In the end, we managed to pass, and most of you might remember our legendary house parties that semester. But the best one was the day we went to celebrate the last day of BBA 4 in the apartments right next to the school. That was such a good party that even Mr. Soler came. He stayed for a bit. He kind of looked confused and upset. We were not sure why he didn't stay for long. Maybe it's because he didn't have his bathing suit, but I guess we'll never know.
And then we move on to our second internship. But I think the best person to describe his second internship was someone who actually worked in Roches Marbella. And this is why we have a surprise guest, the one and only, the pharaoh of Roches Marbella, Ismail Al-Shaba! You need to hurry up, yeah? We're on a time budget right now.
Wait, he knows what he's gonna say.
Looks really nice from here. Whew, wow. Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah.
Your papers aren't here.
Where are my papers? Okay, I got my papers.
You had one job.
Jesus, Hamza. Yeah, Mr. Barondo, wait, I'm on my way. Calm down.
We want to go home by 3 today.
Well, for my internship at Roches Marbella, first thing I would like to talk seriously. I really learned a lot from Mr. Jeebit, Mr. Shaw, all the F&B department, so if you can give them a warm hand, that would be amazing. Thank you. Advantages of doing your internship in La Roche as a student. Yeah, you have the respect. You know, you're walking, you know, I work here. People would walk and would say, oh, wow, you know, so you're the new teacher here? And you're like, yeah. All of that is under my control, yeah. But then in reality, it wasn't. That's the sarcastic part about it. Second thing that was amazing in Roches Marbella, working as an intern with Mr. Shaw. Because, you know, everyone who doesn't know Mr. Shaw, and specifically for the people who know Mr. Shaw, you would always think that you're doing something right, and you would always say, you know, I'm doing it right. And if Mr. Shaw was there, he would be proud of you. And Mr. Shaw was there, he would tell you, you know, you're doing it right. But then Mr. Shaw comes up. Mr. Shaw has the amazing look that he gives you, and you know, you start having a conversation with the eyes. He's talking to you with the eyes. He's like, what the hell are you doing? This is not right. This is not right at all. But all of a sudden, you know, he tells you you're doing a good job. So thank you, Mr. Shaw, for that. He's a real source of motivation. One moment. Best thing also about doing your internship here, what I learned, is that you always thought that, you know, you took control over a restaurant. For example, I used to work in Bistro, in Marche. I always said to myself, okay, then I would start seating teachers for my next semester. You know, I'll start giving them tables, you know. They want to sit here, well, let them sit here. But eventually it never helped. So if you're planning to do your internship, don't do that, because it will never help you. You will never get the grades that you want. Please, Mr. Hamza.
Thank you for your kind words, Mr. Ismail.
Thank you, guys.
Vale, we move on to BBA 6. We're going to quickly go as fast as we can. For BBA 6, we couldn't actually think of a name, as it was very confusing. We all didn't know what was happening. And I'm pretty sure there were some teachers as well that didn't know what was happening as well. But we're glad that there were some students who could help us over there.
Thank you for those students who took away the wheel from Jesus and actually helped us pass. This is how the majority of us pass modeling and business analytics.
Sorry, especially the ones who did not charge us for the lessons, yeah? Wink. You know me, wink.
In BBA 6, there was also some intense HR sessions where we were asked to focus and use a lot of paper sheets for our notes. We also had modeling, and a lot of us were confused when it came to modeling, because when we thought it was modeling, most of us thought that it was a catwalk ramp that we were going to be doing with fancy clothes like there. There you go, Ismail. Show the booty. Vale.
On the other hand, Mr. Hidalgo. He could talk for hours without even having any slides. For the class that survived him on a Thursday morning for 3 hours straight, you're the real MVP here. In the end, at least we learn how to evade taxes if we open an offshore company.
To sum up BBA 6 in one sentence, this is something we've been hearing throughout, especially in modeling. Guys, it's crucially important that you play with it. Just keep playing with it and you'll get it right there. It's crucially important. Just keep playing with it. Don't stop playing with it.
You want to say it? Okay.
And then we have our final semester, BBA 7. We named it as To Be Continued. We come back from a nice holiday, renovated campus, new library, new classrooms, new amenities, and we're like, wow, Les Roches is really changing. But we believe that next semester, Les Roches will actually have a new specialization called White Girl 101. And this is now because we have weekly yoga and Zumba classes. Marketing is mainly done on Instagram. And we finally have Starbucks in our campus.
And since we're going to be leaving soon, Roches Marbella decided to make things a bit harder for us. We had to manage studying and finding a job at the same time, but this time in a shorter amount of time. This is why many of us still here today are looking for the right opportunity.
Merry Christmas to you too, Les Roches.
But thank you to PPD class, we realized that our short-term goals were not aligned with our long-term goals. This also helped us be more self-aware of who we really are and what urgent and important things we needed to get done in order to be here today.
When it came to SME, the specialization of SME, we learned about why we should open our business. And over the semester, we learned in order to open our business, we need to follow the following steps. We have to plan our business as it's crucially important. We need to make sure our leverage was good. Because without proper leverage, things would get risky. Is it or is it not? With proper finance, everything will be fine. And during your PERT, you might identify some dummies. Just make sure you're not the dummy in the end.
I mean, for us, people who choose marketing, that has been one hell of a roller coaster, yeah? Roller coaster. From Mr. Jackson, from everything, really. I mean, this is what I have to say. Marketing to me this semester was a roller coaster. Paula, I'm pretty sure she has something to say about marketing this semester.
For the lucky ones who chose marketing, we had our third interaction with Sea. There is not much to say because not much happened. It was just moments of confusion, and we'll probably last our whole lives trying to figure out what happened. And I wish I could tell you that I know how to sell a pen. I don't. But trust me, Mr. Sea, we learned other things that were more meaningful. Well, for the ones that chose marketing, you also understand how we were very lucky. We passed with really nice grades. So in the end, I'm really happy we took marketing. Unfortunately, the representative for resort specialization couldn't make it today with us, as they're still enjoying their field trips. Or at least it seemed like these field trips never ended.
You resort people had it really easy, man.
He's joking. But now, all jokes aside, we're finally here at the end. The final chapter of our university life. To our dear class, even if we do remain close, even if we fight to stay in touch and see each other on a regular basis, things are going to change.
Let them know. You can do this. Come on, Paula.
Come on, Paula. Come on, come on, come on. Come on.
Things are going to change, but that's okay. Because we can't stay here forever in this little Les Roches bubble. As much as a big part of us does not want to leave, we have to move on. We have to grow up. We have to learn to live out this friendship under new circumstances because things are always going to change and change is necessary.
You can do this, man. Come on.
What we will remember as we leave this place is that it will hurt a lot. And it's because of all of you. It will hurt because each one of you brought to us so much joy, so much laughter, and so much pure happiness into our lives.
Come on, Paula!
Come on. Almost done. Come on.
You impacted us and taught us things you don't even know or realize that you taught us. You're part of the reason that we're a different person today, for better or for worse, compared to the person we were 4 years ago when we arrived here, scared, excited, and naive. I hope many of you can relate to this, but this is the happiest and saddest day of my life so far. I am sad this chapter in our lives is coming to an end. But I'm extremely happy and grateful for having the opportunity to have met all of you. Really, thank you. Thank you for giving me a second family.
Give her a hug, man. I'm trying. Over here. Come on.
A home where I felt like I belonged to, and for always accepting me for who I am. Because of all of you, these have been some of the best years of my life. Thank you a lot.
Can we give it up for Paula once again, please? Guys, for me, it's been a pleasure. For the teachers, really, jokes aside right now, thank you for each and every one of you, for everything. I mean, thank you. Thank you for the teachers, really. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I do not know how to cry, but I will try my best. Life at Les Roches can be best described as a train ride, with each semester being its own stop. Some of you had to leave at earlier stops, some of you joined at later stops, and some of you stayed till today, the final stop. But each and every individual contributed to this Les Roches Marbella experience. And no matter where you came from, what you believed in, you always are going to be a part of this home. We would like to quickly thank the student services and all the working units of Les Roches for their efforts and dedication they put each semester to make sure they accommodate us better, especially some of us who wouldn't be able to make it here because of our difficult passports. But you still fought for us. Special shout out to all the teachers. Your bank transfers will be arriving shortly. I promise. But in all honesty, we would like to thank you, whether you taught us or you didn't. You all sacrificed your personal time and your efforts to shape us to the individuals we are today. And for that, we are always grateful. Thank you for bearing with us, even though we're not the easiest people to handle and you might want to strangulate us sometimes. But lastly, to my friends, you beautiful idiots. Words cannot describe how much I'll miss you. And every one of you shaped me to the individual, to the man I am today. And I'm so glad, literally, I can say that I have friends from all over the world, because this saves me a lot of Airbnb costs. But in all seriousness, and this is me speaking from my heart right now, each and every one of you has such amazing potential, has such amazing future, The only thing that will stop you in this world is you yourself. But I'm pretty sure if you put your self-confidence on the side a little, and you just believe in yourself one day, I know this is gonna be a bad word, but you're gonna kick ass, man. You're literally gonna kick ass every day, and you're gonna do the best of the best. Thank you so much for everything. But just remember one thing, real quickly. We say this together. It's not a goodbye.
It's a see you later.
See you later. See you soon. See you soon.
Les Roches teachers have helped us to shape our characters in the way that we became more capable of dealing with common challenges in our way. Nastavniki.
It is not a goodbye, it's just a see you later.
The closing ceremony of the 29th class of the Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA International Test Management of Roches Marbella has now officially concluded. Congratulations.